Real Factz Podcast, Episode 2. Question today is, how come we are the only race that does not stick together? How come we are the only race that does not stick together, guys? You know, um, we want to go back in time and just talk about a few things that one of the reasons of why, actually, where all this originated from. So my question to y'all today is, do y'all think that slavery had a lot to do with black people not sticking together? How you feel about that, P?
I mean, I feel like once they established, what was it, Jim Crow, or he made a book about, how to break up the blacks.
Right.
Light skinned blacks mad and hating on the dark skinned black.
Right.
Dark skinned blacks hating on the light skinned blacks, man, hating on female hating on man. And it's crazy because you would think that slavery would have had the opposite effect. You would have think that just because they've been through that struggle would make everybody unite, and being as though we know the past, we will unite and be a community,
right,
where we could be running shit, and we really can. But it's just like you got, like for example, in Philly, you got 65th Street ain't fucking with 67th Street. 66th Street ain't fucking with 65th and 68th Street. Like,
right,
you got these little blocks, and dudes can't get along on their blocks. So how are we gonna unite everybody in the city or everybody in the country?
Right.
Because there's too many crabs out here. You know what I mean? If people will see the bigger picture,
right,
and be like, man, listen, man, I'm gonna start moving out for my people, man, and see what happens.
Right.
I mean, we could really change a lot of things, but what we doing? We just killing each other. We hating each other, disrespecting each other. You can go to any other race, and they'll see another person that's a part of their race, or and they'll immediately have love for them, or look out for them, or try to help them. We, on the other hand, you see a brother or you see a sister, look at this nigga, man. This nigga ain't shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even know this shit. She thinks she all that, man. She ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, you a strong 4. You're not even a 5. You know what I mean? You just start hating. And this could be a beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? But that's just us, man. I just wish, man. I wish I could just snap my fingers, man, and everybody just start riding for each other.
Right.
Like, if you see another black person, and I ain't on no race war or whatever. I'm just saying, if you see another black person, help them instead of hating on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you see an elderly black person, get out your car, stop what you doing to help them, man or woman. You know what I mean? Because that's somebody's grandparents. You know what I'm saying? You see a woman, make sure she cool. You see the females, try to protect them. We should have that in our culture where you see some black girls walking through and dudes trying to holler at them and they don't look right. Hey, homie, keep it moving.
Right.
You know what I mean? We protecting ours around here. We ain't raising no fox. You know what I'm saying? But what happened is just black people just see something happen that's not right. That nigga about to get fucked up. Oh, damn. You know what I mean? She out of pocket hopping in the car with like 6 dudes. You know what I'm saying? We already know what she gonna do, just like her mother. Just like her mother. You know what I'm saying? But instead of just trying to help out and change it and, intervene somehow, but black people, it seems like, a lot of black people turn around and be like, oh, everybody's hating on it, everybody's racist. I think a lot of blacks is racist towards blacks.
Very true.
You know what I mean? Y'all just don't want to admit it, but y'all want to kill each other. Y'all hate it. Like we hate on the next black man. I try not to be like that. Like I see somebody with a nice will, I'm like, damn, fam, that shit hot, man. Damn, that joint crazy. I mean, getting them hoes and that joint. I play around like that, but I like that. That's motivation for me. I don't see a nigga in the car and be like, I'm gonna jam that nigga, man. We gonna run down on that nigga. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's cornball shit.
Right.
That's hate for no reason.
Right.
You should be happy that this black man did whatever he had to do and came up. That should give you motivation. I mean, I could do the same thing or better. Not like on some hating or jealousy, but competition. You know what I'm saying? See who can raise the bag up real fast. Who can get to the bag real fast. But we don't do that.
Nope. YC, we got YC with us today. You know what I mean? Out of the DJ booth, sitting at the table with us. YC, how you feel about that, man?
Well, just to say, it's just not enough support out here with each other.
Right.
Just like P said, like everybody just always hating on each other.
Right.
There's not enough support. Nobody care about one another. Nobody want to see nobody do good.
Right.
And that's the thing to me. Like, that's my biggest thing is not enough support. Like, everybody always want to see the next man down or the next woman down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's just terrible.
And it's crazy because when people could see the examples, like when down south united and all the rappers united, they had the rap game on lock.
Yeah.
Everybody was supporting everybody. That
Yeah.
should have been a wake up call for the whole United States to be like, yo, listen, right? We all need to like we making music. We all in this together, man.
Right.
Let's set a beef and let's just try to build each other up, man. And everybody get to the bag, man. If you had, imagine how we could be if we had 300 billionaires, black billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a couple.
Exactly.
300 black billionaires.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got multiple billionaires in every city,
Exactly.
and they able to contribute and do things for their people. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And bring everybody up.
Right.
But
Another thing, everybody's out for self.
yeah.
Right.
Everybody's out for self. They just don't care, man. That's today's society that we live in.
Right. In a
It's
whole.
just-
Right. Right.
Mhm.
All right. So then that brings me to my next question, y'all. A few things that we need to come together as black people. Financial literacy. You know, do you think that? Well, of course we know in today's world, man, they don't teach financial literacy in schools.
Yeah, they don't.
You know.
Not at all.
So, what do you think that with black people not sticking together, the impact that it's had on us, on the uneducation of financial literacy? What y'all think? You know, not being able to understand financial literacy because we're not sticking together.
Well,
You
yeah.
understand? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, we're not having that. We're not groomed together. So with us not being groomed together and learning, like back in the day, you know, we had grandfather,
Right.
grandmother, you had your mom, you know, you seen them getting their bills together, doing their bills, doing their checkbooks and whatnot.
Right.
Well, you know, if you look at a lot of kids in today's world, they don't understand none of that. I've talked, you know, I used to work with kids, and you
Right.
sit down and have a conversation with them, they don't understand any of that. Honestly, if you tell them, and you say, oh no, you make, a young guy asked me one day, straight up, get into my car, you know, I got a nice car, and he asked me, he said, man, I just want to know how you buy that. And I said, what you mean? He was like, well, you know, I'm trying to get there. And after having a conversation with him, I realized that he's not even at the starting point.
Right.
He don't even know. I was like, well, you know, you gotta, you know what I mean? First you gotta get a job. He was like, I ain't trying to work no job. I said, okay. I said, well, let me show you. I'll tell him about doing the gig apps.
Yeah.
I said, you know, why don't you do DoorDash or something? Because he wasn't old enough to do Uber and Lyft. I said, do DoorDash. You can do Uber Eats and whatnot. He's like, I ain't really trying. So I'm like, damn, I'm looking at him like, yo, you know, you got to start somewhere.
Right.
And I think that that's a huge problem is what's going on in our society with the young people of today is that they don't even know the starting point.
Yeah.
So even trying to get to being financially literate,
Right.
you know, you can't even get there because you're not even starting. It's like they
Where's
don't
the
understand,
parents?
right? And you got the mom, man. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something,
What are the parents teaching the kids today
man.
about generational wealth?
Well, obviously nothing. That's why the black race is
Right.
like the highest spenders.
Exactly.
They spent like 1.7 trillion
Ex-
on clothes,
Exactly.
entertainment, just merchandise. Period. They said blacks are the biggest buyers.
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
we buying everything. We trying to outdo everybody,
Right.
but we don't got a dollar in our pocket. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? That
Nope.
that don't make no
Nope.
sense
You-
either. Like
You
Yeah.
spend too busy trying to look good being broke.
Exactly.
yeah, trying to look rich, but you
Mhm.
broke.
My daughter the other day, it was like my oldest two. They asked me for some jackets called Montclair jacket.
Yeah.
Jacket. I looked up jacket. Jacket costs $2,000.
Oh yeah.
I said you must be crazy. I said let me show you what to do, right? So I got I got 4 daughters. So I didn't tell the other ones yet. I said all right, what I'm gonna do is everybody gonna get $200 to buy a jacket, right?
Yeah.
Now the money that I would have spent on a Montclair, I told him I said I'm gonna open you up another bank account, right? You're gonna save that money, right? And of course she's looking at me like, like what? I'm like, you're gonna save that money, let that money stack up, let that money earn interest. She don't understand the same. It'll be $1,800, per kid in the account, right? Money that I would have spent on one coat, they don't even know. By the time when they go to college, that money will be that'll be the extra spending money, $15,000-$20,000 in the account, and they'll be sitting in school saying, "Thanks, Dad."
Yeah.
But it's up to us, if you got kids, the parents, to show these kids, the way. You don't go out and buy no $2,000 jacket You know what I mean? That makes no sense. And then, first of all, you getting on and off the bus.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you come on now. You know,
what that jacket gonna be good for one season.
Exactly.
And next year something else gonna come out. And if you got that jacket, you gonna look nutty.
Exactly. That's why I'm like,
spent
you know,
two bands on
but
trying to stay up with the Joneses.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, my daughters tell me straight up when they be in school, see people walking around with $300-$400 shoes on. You know what I mean? I'm looking like, let's just keep it what it is. We in the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what you got a $400 pair of shoes on for? And it's like, hey man, you know what I mean? Like,
why not spend money or invest in money in things that you can touch?
Right.
Or things that could benefit you. Before you spend $2,000 on a coat, put some money and go grab you a car so you can be able to. Because basically, if you're mobile, it opens you up to other things.
Exactly.
Like it opens up to more things than you do when you catching the bus or when you walking. Because you got to depend on somebody for a ride or you got to catch your bus. So you're not seeing as much as you're gonna see if you in your own car. Like that should be everybody's goal. Like, I'm tired of walking everywhere, man. Plus, I'm only like tunnel vision on what I'm doing that day. If I got to go to the grocery store and come back, bam, that's tunnel vision because I got to get on the bus and make that trip there and back. But if you're in the car, you might be driving, you be like, man, I'm gonna turn on this street. Right. You know, you run into something or you see something or investment opportunity, anything can happen. You're gonna run into more opportunities in the car. So the first goal should be, let me go get a car instead of buying all these expensive clothes because it's a shame to have 40,000-50,000 worth of clothes and no car. You could have been like, damn, I could have been in the wheel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. And then that could have gave me an opportunity to make more money to spend more.
Right.
But you know, just do the right thing with your money, man.
Very true. All right, y'all. The crabs in the barrel mentality, right? Mm-hmm. Y'all think we'll ever overcome that as black people?
I want to say, you know, I want to say, yeah, we're gonna overcome it. We're gonna get it together. But in reality, man, nah. Because it's always gonna be some snakes. It's always gonna be some haters. It's always gonna be some crabs. Right. No matter how good everything's going and how everybody's enjoying each other and doing what they got to do, it's always gonna be somebody sitting back. Nah, fuck them, man. Right. It was gonna have something negative to say, or you know, try to mess up the game in some way. So
plain and simple, no.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's always gonna be the crab and barrel mentality.
What I do, y'all, a lot of times, you know, working out on the street, right? I pay attention to the things a lot of people say, right? Yeah. Even when I'm giving people rides and whatnot, you know, and what I've experienced, man, is people harboring so much hate towards each other. You know, it make you want to just be like, one day I just parked and I just pulled over and I just reflected on, you know what I mean? Like, just listening to, I was listening to somebody's conversation and you could just hear the hate. Like you could tell, it was during the conversation, the guy was on the phone with somebody else, and he was telling, somebody was telling him about somebody that bought a house, and he was like, well, what he do to buy this house? What you know what I mean? And he working like I'm working. And I'm listening. I'm like, damn. Why not congratulate that man? Yeah. Right. Why not, you know, be happy? I don't care how somebody got a house, car. Man, God bless you because you got it. Yeah. Praise you. Thank God.
That's all that matters. He made it personal. Right. And made it like it was a competition thing. Like, oh, he got more than me or he more than what I. Right. He's at a better point than where I'm at in my life. So instead of congratulating, he had no choice but to hate.
Hate on him.
And what's crazy is like I said, everybody take everything so personal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I said, looking at that man like, damn, he got a biz. I should be in the biz. No, you shouldn't because you would have been in the biz. You might be in something better. Right. You might be in something average, but you might be in something else. Right. You know what I mean? That's what for you. It's not what he got for him. And that Benz wasn't for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
It's just terrible, man. See, somebody once told me, we all created equal. Right. Only thing that separates us is how we think. Right. Yeah. We all get up every day. We all wash our face, brush our teeth, take shits, whatever.
Most of us.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, P. Most of us. You know what I mean? But go out and get it, man. Right. Don't lay around all day dependent on somebody. Go out and get your shit.
I'm going to tell you. Go ahead.
I was going to say, just you got a lot of people in this world that settle.
Yes.
They settle with smoking a bag of weed on the block with 10 niggas. Just that one L for the day, that they settle for that. They happy with that. Right. Have your girl go to work every day and hey babe, let me like $20. I'm gonna get some chicken wings and a bag of weed and an L. niggas is settling for that. People is cool with that. A chick see a dude going to work. Baby, can you order me something? Yeah, I'll call in the Uber Eats or something. You know what I'm saying? DoorDash while I'm at work. He don't give her the money, but he order it for her. But people is cool with that. They settle for that. People settle being average, below average, being poverty, not having no money, not having no never going on vacations, not having access to vehicles. People, they settle.
They cool.
They cool. I get a trans pass every week. That's what some people believe. Me, I'd rather fill up the tank. I'd rather go get me some 93 and some premium and put it in the gas tank. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'd rather do instead of getting a trans pass and you waiting on the bus and it's cold outside and all that. It's like people just settle. Just stop settling. Be like, man, listen, I might be taking the bus today, but in like 3, 4, 5 months, man, I'm gonna go grab me a wheel.
Exactly.
I gotta sacrifice. I gotta stop the excess spending. I gotta stop doing bullshit. I gotta stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. I gotta just do me, buckle down. Next thing you know, you could be in the wheel. Now your next thing could be like, man, dang, I need to get me a crib, man, a nice house. Don't just say anything. I got a nice house. I'm gonna go get me a nice house.
Stack that bread up.
Next thing you know, your mind gets focused on that, and that money starts accumulating fast and fast. Next thing you know, you got down payment money. Now you in the house. Now your next goal is, all right, man, let me get a business started. All you gotta do is just set the goals, think about it, visualize it, and then go do it.
Make it happen. That's it.
Go make it happen. Like, don't just sit on the block, man. I'm waiting for my. It's people that be like, I'm waiting for my man to get off work. I'm waiting for my homie to get off work so we could blow some tree.
That shit don't even
You been sitting all fucking. You been in the crib all day and you waiting for this nigga that been making money to get home so he can go smoke his little weed with you.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And then be like, all right, man, I'm gonna get with you tomorrow, man. You gonna be here, right? You ain't going nowhere. No, I ain't going nowhere because you never go nowhere. In the way.
Right, in the way, ass niggas. Right, that's what it is. Yep. All right, y'all. I got a huge question, right? Something that I think really, in a crazy, impactful way, I believe that it did affect a lot of, say our generation, and then it filtered down to the younger generation right now. How do y'all feel about the crack epidemic of the 80s and 90s? How do you think it affected black people? What y'all think about that, man?
I mean, we all know it destroyed the black community, right? Right. But it didn't just destroy it that year. It just kept doing it over and over and over and over until now. Drugs just destroyed families. It destroyed everything. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like you got these people like they zombies from especially from like the 80s crack era, the 90s crack era, right? They still around here doing them, but they get super high. And he like, damn, man, I remember when they was such and such. I remember he was him. Yeah. Now you're a fiend. You know what I'm saying? You're a smoker. Right. And what's crazy is like, that's the evidence right there. It destroyed us. You know what I'm saying? Because some people never came back. Never. So now, if you got all these gaps in families, you got grandma getting high, you got aunts getting high, you got mom, you got dad, you got brothers, you got sisters, different people in the family that normally was in a position that'll be the backbone. Right. They crackheads now. So now they ain't worrying about the family structure. They worrying about getting high. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's their only worry.
That's their only worry.
Right. And know what I seen, y'all? Let me tell you, know what I seen? I noticed that a lot of people in their like 60s and 70s now, which I guess was in their like 20s and 30s back then, right? Yeah. Man, they have if you look at their life and you really sit down and talk to a lot of them, they think that everything is a hustle. It's like the whole. It's like that's the effect I seen when they had on a lot of old heads. Like they got this mentality where you look at them like, everything in life is not a hustle. No. But what the crack did to them, even though the ones that were selling it or using it, it created this mentality. I gotta hustle through everything. And in life, you gotta hustle to get to certain places. But not everything in life is not a hustle. You gotta learn to be straight up in life with some things, Yeah. But I learned that. I see it. I'm like, and I noticed that one person, two. I'm like, my goodness. I'm like, but then you look back and you say, what era did they live through? Right. What era were they a little, younger than we are right now? And it affected them mentally. They don't even know it because they're doing it, subconsciously. They're like, I got to do this and I got to do that. And you're looking at them like, wow, like, your whole life is based off of hustle. But the problem is, as you get older, you can't hustle like you used to. No. So it's like you said, Pete, that took away the backbone. Now you got people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who are lacking that having that income in that household. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They don't have that. If you see a lot of these young kids now, they don't have grandma's house.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Grandma done sold that joint for whatever. You know what I mean? Or she lost it, get high. Mm-hmm. You know? And that's the problem. And I see it and I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? A lot of these kids, they run around to these little stores and, man, this food is good. And I'll be looking at them like, damn, they ain't never had grandma's cooking.
Yeah.
They never had that.
They never had that good, wholesome family cooking. You sit down at the table, you talk about what's going on, you talk about your goals, you talk about what you did for the day. Well, you know what I mean?
Right.
Whatever you're trying to do in life, where you want to go.
And all these kids, they missed out on that. That's why when you hear them talking about they on demon time, they are.
Right.
Because they wasn't presented with that love. That love that all of us got, even when we would just, all right, we gonna go there. Remember back in the day, we would go place to go get a plate. We going over here to get a plate. Yeah. It could just be our people's crib, our friends, but we go in there, the whole family show us love. Remember that, P? Remember that, Mike? Yeah. We go over there, the whole family show us love. We get a plate. That don't even exist no more, y'all.
No.
That don't even exist. If they out on the block doing whatever they do, they don't have nobody saying, here, man, come get a plate. You know what I mean? Come chill for a minute, get a drink, relax. You know what I mean? They got that relaxed time. They don't have that. You know?
And that's another thing. Like, where's the family values? Where's the family love? You know what I mean?
It ain't
these kids out here, just like you said, they really lost, man. It's sad. I see it every day too. Yeah. Traveling different parts of Pennsylvania, you see it everywhere. Right. And it's just terrible.
Gotcha. Now, controversial question, y'all. All right. The love in the black community. As we're talking about right here, we're going to go right into the next thing. You know, I've lived North Philly. I've lived Uptown. I've lived, when you say West Philly, well, in between North and West, right? When I was younger, right, guys? And I'm going to tell you something, you know, it's people that I see now, I run into them, and it's nothing but love. Mm-hmm. I mean, we hug, and we talk, I'm like, dang, man, I remember when y'all used to be walking up the street, we used to walk up 29th Street, you know what I mean, all the way from Diamond to Lehigh to go to school. Run into everybody you know. Wasn't like nobody's trying to attack us, wasn't no enemy, none of that. I run into some of them people, and they be like, what's up, man, what's going on with you? And you like, damn, like, you know what I mean?
Damn,
and it's nothing but love, right?
St. Martin de Porres.
Yep. Lehigh Avenue. And, you know, as well as to me run into a lot of people from up here, from Uptown, you know, always showing love. But the question I have is any love left in the black community pointing towards the young people? You know, is any love left for them? And also, as a black man, you know, my question to y'all two right now: do y'all love yourselves? Do you love yourself, or do you feel like you're receiving the love that you should feel as a black king in the society of today?
Me, I definitely love myself, and I do feel the love because I got a great family. I got great friends. You know what I mean? I learned to have people around me that matters.
Right.
Stop having the miscellaneous people around you, snakes around you, and then wonder why things happen. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because they don't really love you.
Right.
They might say, "Oh, you my man, I love you," but he get two shits about you. As soon as he can get over on you, you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but that gotta be your judge of character about the people you have around you.
That's right.
You gotta basically look at it like this, man. If you got a couple guys around you, man, and generally them guys that's around you want to win just as bad as they want to win, but they want you to win because they know in their heart, if you win, we all win. Right. If I win, we all win. If he win, we all win. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, if I win, I'm going to ride off to the sunset with my money. You know what I'm saying? You're going to make sure everybody that's around you. But then again, don't have random people around you. Don't have dudes that's trying to sabotage you, Decepticons in your organization, and then when everything goes good, you wonder why everything gets self-destruct. You wonder why cases get thrown at you. Now you fighting this case and that case because of these people you had around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That they did something stupid in the club or they did something stupid in the hotel. Like for example, like even Pac, it's like he went to jail for a scrape. He ain't even do it.
Right.
And the dudes that did it got off. You know what I'm saying? That's deep. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable.
I definitely love myself. Get up every morning, I look in the mirror literally and I say, I'm a king.
Right.
And it's just people in your circle, the wrong people, they want to see you down, like my man P said. Nobody want to see you do better.
Right.
Going back to the conversation earlier. And it's like, how many people genuinely love you?
Right.
Think about that for a minute. How many people genuinely love you?
Right.
How many people genuinely are your friend?
Right.
How many people genuinely going to tell you the right shit?
Right.
Not the wrong shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's today's society, man.
Right.
It's a hater every fucking where.
Yeah.
And those that love you, this the test for me, right? Think about the people that you got around you that's your squad, your team, and you don't got to do nothing for them, and they still be the same.
Exactly.
You ain't got to give them money.
Nothing.
You ain't got to give them food.
100%.
You ain't got to give them nothing. They gonna be your friend regardless.
Exactly.
If it's 20 trillion on the table, or if it's
$1
hot dogs, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they still gonna be the same. They ain't gonna switch up. You don't got to do nothing to keep these people around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to act a certain way to keep these people around you. You just be yourself, and they still your friends. They still accept you. Those are the people that really care about you.
Right.
Those the phony ones that always asking for something, or always coming around with some drama or whatever. Those ain't your friends. Those are just characters that you need to learn to cut out of the movie.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Before they steal the main scene, if you know what I mean.
That's right.
You can't take everybody with you where you going.
That's right.
That's what they say.
Love. Now, of course, man, I love myself. You know, I love myself. But I'm gonna tell y'all the love I get from y'all too, right? The love I get from y'all, you know, and from my daughters, you know, when you have a certain amount of love around you, like when I walk in here, right? I feel love. You know what I mean? Because I know it feel like we in the love, we in the safe spot. You know, you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like as to just come back to what both y'all said. Listen, man, I done seen too many things happen in the hood by having the wrong people around you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I done seen too much happen, and I've learned now. Listen, any mishaps, missteps, I gotta step to the side. Cause you know what I mean. I've seen too much.
Your own family.
Yep.
We were just talking earlier.
Yep. I've seen too much, man. I've seen people just harbor hate and anger and jealousy, and it's a shame. You know, as we wrap up this about the black community, you know, it's just a shame. You know how people just, like I said, they don't have love. And like I said, when I used to work with kids, I'd sit down and I would talk with a lot of these kids, and people, you know, one day I was talking to a guy that works down at the school district, right? Good brother, real good brother. And he told me, he said, B, he said, you are the light. Mm-hmm. He said, you don't know it yet. He said, but you are the light. And I'm looking at him like, what? So I'm just trying to help these kids, you know? He's like, no. He said, you don't understand. Because he said, you go against all the rules. When I drove kids, man, I ain't listening to nothing nobody say. I took them kids to McDonald's. I took them kids to get pizza. I took them kids to get water ice. And I didn't know it until I left, and I'm run into some of these kids, and the kids run up to me, they say, Mr. B. They be like, oh, they be like, man, we miss you. Remember the times we used to have, you know, and man used to take us to go get, you know what I mean, water ice and this and that. And I would look, and they'd be like, yeah. They'd be like, man, I had no water ice since you left. I used to be like, well, damn. You know what I mean? With the parents, you know, what's going on in the black community where, man, you ain't taking your kids to go get no water ice. You ain't taking your kids to go get a slice of pizza. No matter what, that's time being spent with your kids.
Right.
You know, and to a lot of black men, as being a father, you just walk the kid to the corner and go get a slice of pizza. Ain't nobody asking to come with $1 million.
No,
you know?
No five.
And it's like a lot of, and it's like that's a strong effect that's going on in the world of today. You know, like I said, I ain't perfect. You know, I'm gonna sit here and tell you straight up, I am not perfect. Mm-hmm. I'm a straight up workaholic. I do more providing than spending time. But, you know, whatever I do, I start my day off, I'm gonna call my daughters, tell me I love you. You know, I say I love you. because I want them to know that no matter what's happening around, what's happening, no matter in the world, you need to know that I'm showing you love.
Right.
You know, and that's because without love, without me showing them love, what I see outside these doors right here, what's going on, man, oh man, ain't no love out there. Ain't no, as I said earlier, they on demon time. Yeah, a lot of these young boys is on demon time, but you know why? Because nobody never showed them no love.
Yeah.
And I believe that's the downfall on the black community. Because if you ain't got showing the youngsters no love, you know what I mean? They become wolves, and what wolves do, come and eat the prey.
Mm-hmm. It all starts at home. What's going on in home?
That's right.
Real talk.
Yep.
What's going on in home?
So y'all, we gonna wrap that up. You know what I mean, with this episode. How come black people do not stick together? We done went over it over and again, y'all, and I hope that one day us as a race we can learn from other races to stick together. We signing off, y'all. Pace, YC, B Money. That's a wrap, y'all. Episode 2 of the Real Factz podcast. Catch us on YouTube. You can go from Real ENT Worldwide. That's our channel, y'all. Subscribe to our channel at Real ENT Worldwide. That's a Real Entertainment. Everything from Real Entertainment you can catch on that channel. Subscribe to our channel. Subscribe. Get your friend to subscribe. Get your mom to subscribe. Get your cousin to subscribe. Everybody to subscribe and come watch our channel. All right now. Real Factz Podcast signing off episode 2. All right, y'all have a good night.